Now if you go all the way back to the beginning of the Quick Start and look at the course disclaimer, I talked in there about how different virtual machine products will kind of gain favor and lose favor with you over time. They have with me, and one of the first things that attracted me to VirtualBox is a student in a live classroom said, "Hey, have you seen VirtualBox?" Because we were talking about the lack of support for USB devices in Virtual PC. And I think VMware picked it up, but then VirtualBox picked it up, and there's some really cool things that you can do. What I want to show you here is on the host machine, what I'm going to do is kind of bend over here. You may hear some creaking and popping here, but I'm going to insert a USB thumb drive into the host. There it is on the host. It's disk H on the host. But if I come into my machine in VirtualBox, and again I'm on my Windows XP ISO, if I go under devices, you will see USB devices, and this is that particular USB thumb drive. How do I know? Because had I looked at this before I put this in there, this one wasn't there, and I just kind of know it from experience. But if I click on that, sometimes you will notice it'll pop up, and if it's never been in the machine before, it'll actually load the drivers and so forth. And now if I go into my computer and scroll down, I should be able to see that. It may take it a minute to pick it up and to see it. Let me try this again. It failed to attach it. Busy with a previous request. Try again later. Now you will get that, and I'm going to leave that in there, and I just want to show you. This is not unlike most other things, especially with Microsoft operating systems anyway. And I'm just going to shut this thing down and restart it. You should see that we should be able to see that thing again. That actually is kind of a fortuitous problem for you to see. So notice we powered that off. We'll just start it right back up. And I've got that USB stick still in the host. And for USB is a great way. I don't have to mess with shared folders and all that. I can put the files that I need on a USB thumb drive. Let me go here and grab the USB, and it's not going to attach it again. So I'm going to unplug the USB, then I'm going to put it back in. And notice that time you can see it reading those things, and it can see them, and we can open it and we can see our USB drive inside our virtual machine. So I'm going to take that down, and if I want to say go into scripts and copy like this VTC file, I can copy it onto my desktop, and there it is. That's kind of a good one to see, and I want you to understand that sometimes these virtual machines can be a bit slow, a bit cantankerous on some things, and you just kind of have to jiggle the wires a bit. In that instance, just keep unplugging and plugging the USB, restart the virtual machine. And notice down here you're getting indicators on when you're actually reading that particular removable disk, and you can see it turns green when we're actually doing the reads on that. Okay, so anyway, that's the ability to use USB drives and all kind of USB devices inside these virtual machines, and that can just be huge. So just keep that in mind, and pull out your USB thumb drive, especially when you need to move files in and out of your virtual machine really quickly. And also be aware this works for VirtualBox. You'll have to check the particular version of virtual machine or virtual computing software that you're using to determine, first of all, does it support USB devices? And I think probably by now the vast majority of them do. And you're going to see different functionalities in each one. So you'll just have to experiment, see what you like. What a lot of people will have, they'll be running like VMware Player and also VirtualBox on the same machine. Open up whichever one they need at the time to do whatever functionality they need. That's another option. So again, play with it, get to know these things. There's a lot of power here.